Then take line 15. 15 lines of hook a lock pin, 7 short needles, 2 long needle pulling needles, 2 short needles, a long needle pulling needle, 7 short needles, 2 long needles are pulling needles, and 1 needle, 1 long needle pulling needle, and 6 short needles. First hook a lock pin. Then the bamboo needle crochets the 7 short needles. Then on a long needle pulling needle, hook to long needles and pull the needle. Then insert the needle at the same position where the long needle is pulling the needle. Hook another long needle and pull the needle. Then end the next needle position corresponding to the needle purpose. Hook to short needles. Then hook a long needle and pull the needle. Then the bamboo needle hooks 7 short needles. Then hook to long needles and pull the needle and 1 needle. Then hook a long needle and pull the needle. There are 3 cauls on the crochet. Then crochet with thread. Hook out the 3 cauls on the crochet. 2 long needles are hooked and 1 needle is being pulled. Then hook a long needle and pull the needle. Pull the needle into long needles and take 1 needle. Transverse needle insertion. Then continue to crochet with bamboo needles 6 short needles. And we're going to move this piece from right to left. Flip over. Now we're going to hook a lock pin on line 16 and 27 short needles. Hook a lock pin first. Line 16 is ticked. Then turn the piece of paper from right to left. Let's continue to tick line 17. Line 17, hook a lock pin, 5 short needles, a long needle pulling needle, 3 long needle pulling needles, 3 short needles, a long needle pulling needle, 7 short needles, 2 long needles, and 1 needle and 6 short needles. First hook a lock pin. Then hook 5 short needles. Then hook the positive pull needle of a long needle. Crochet with thread again. Then on line 15, the first long needle is on the pulling needle. Inject the needle from right to left. Crochet with thread. There are 4 coils on the hook out crochet. Then crochet with thread, hook out the first 2 coils on the crochet. Crochet with thread, hook out the last 2 coils on the crochet. Crochet with thread. Hook the last 2 quills on the crochet. Just hook the pulling needle of a long needle. Then, at the same position of the long needle pulling needle, crochet with thread. Insert the needle and hook another long needle. Pull the needle. Then, on the next long needle pulling needle, hook 2 more long needles and pull the needle. Needle insertion. Rear needle belt line. Insert the needle in the same position. Then the bamboo needle crochets 3 short needles. Then on the next long needle pulling needle, hook another long needle and pull the needle. Transverse needle insertion. Hook out. There are 3 quills on the crochet. Then crochet with thread. Hook out the first 2 quills of crochet. Crochet with thread. Hook out the last 2 quills on the crochet. Then the bamboo needle crochets the 7 short needles. Then hook another 1 or 2 long needles and pull needles and a needle. Crochet with thread. Pull the needle in the long needle position of the needle injection from right to left. Crochet with thread. Next long needle, pull needle into needle. Crochet with thread, tick. Crochet with thread. There are 3 quills on the hook. Then crochet with thread. Hook out the 3 quills on the crochet. Then bamboo needles crochet short needles. A total of 6 short needles are hooked. The position of the last mark buckle is inserted into the needle. Needle in line. Tick. Hook the last short needle. Line 17 is ticked. We flip the producers from right to left. Then tick line 18 with a lock needle and 27 short needles. Hook a lock pin first. Then bamboo needles crochet short needles. Line 18 is ticked. We flip the branching from right to left. Come here. Then hook to line 19. Line 19 hooks a lock pin for short needles. 6 long needle pulling needles. 3 short needles. 1 long needle pulling needle and 13 short needles. First hook a lock pin. Then the bamboo needle crochets for short needles. Then hook 6 long needles and pull needles. In the first long needle, 2 long needles are hooked on the pulling needle. Crochet metabolism. The first long needle is pulling the needle. Crochet with thread. Needle in the same position. Crochet metabolism. The fourth long needle is on the pulling needle. Hook 2 more long needles and pull the needle. Just hook 6 long needles and pulling needles. Then hook 3 short needles with bamboo needles. Then hook a long needle and pull the needle. Then bamboo needle hook 10 3 short needles. Line 19 is finished, and we're going to flip this piece from right to left. Hook 20 lines of a lock needle and 27 short needles. Hook a lock pin first. Then the main stitch crochets the short stitch. A total of 27 short needles are hooked. The position of the last mark buckle is inserted into the needle. We are going to flip this piece from right to left. Then we take 21 lines. 21 lines hook a lock pin. 4 short needles, 6 long needle pulling needles, 2 short needles, a long needle pulling needle, a short needle, 1 long needle pulling needle, and 12 short needles. First hook a lock pin and a standing pin. Then the bamboo needle crochets for short needles. Then on the long needle pulling needle on line 19, hook another long needle and pull the needle respectively. A total of 6 long needles are hooked. Crochet with thread. In the first long needle, the needle is being pulled. Insert the needle from right to left. Then crochet on line. Hook the second one. Long needle pulling needle. Crochet with thread. Hook third long needle pulling needle. Crochet with thread. Needle insertion. Hook step 4. Long needle pulling needle. No needle and belt thread. No needle. Hook 5th long needle pulling needle. Crochet with thread. Like a needle. Hook the 6th long needle and hold the needle. Then the short needle of the bamboo needle hook. Hook 2 short needles. Then hook a long needle and pull the needle. Hook a short needle. Hook another long needle on the same needle and pull the needle. Then crochet 12 short needles with bamboo needles. Line 21 is hooked. Then we put the knitting sheets, also flip from right to left. Crochet line 22, a lock pin, 27 short needles. Hook a lock pin first. Then the bamboo needle crochets a short needle. Line 22 is ticked. We are going to move the producer from right to left, flip over, then tick line 23.